Good morning and welcome to Nana's Cooking Craft Corner. Today on this live stream, I'm going to show you how to do some self-closing boxes. I have one right in front right here. And self-closing means you could put stuff in if it fell over. I'm going to whip it. You put the stuff in here. It closes. And if you drop it, if there's too much heavy stuff, it'll come out. But normally nothing will come out that's in here. So my friend Kathleen Elliott asked about knowing how to make one of these, and so I'm here to make some of these today. And the next time I come on, I'm going to be showing you how to make these tiny little cute Valentine boxes I created so that anybody could, upcoming on Valentine's Day, give a little treat to everybody else. So this one's about self-closing boxes. So I'm waiting for a few people to come on, and I will start. Have my coffee, and I'm going to be here for you guys. And if you got any questions, that's kind of why I did this. I can turn anything to a video if anybody asks me. But in the meantime, this way, if you come in and watch what I'm doing, then it's sometimes easier. You can ask questions and I can show you specifically the things that you're asking for. It's easier on a live stream. Video is easy too, but anyways, so I'm here. I'm just waiting for some people to come in because it takes a while for my live streams to air. So we're only on a minute in. And I'll wait for a little bit to start doing it. And then if anybody's interested, all they have to do is rewatch the beginning of the live stream and you will see how to make these boxes. If you got confused or you forgot at any point in time, you can come back and come and see me make them. They're cute little boxes. You'll see that all the angles on here. So the bottom closes like a normal square. You have one angle, two angles, three angles right here, four, there's five, and six angles. So this is made with a stronger paper, and then you have your designer paper on top. Hey, there you are. You made it. All right, fabulous, Kathleen. I got to put some lights on because I just woke up. I got my stuff. Some of it's already pre-cut ahead, but I'm going to start from the very beginning. I was just going to wait a few minutes, but I'm going to start from the beginning of even cutting it. Like I have them all pre-cut. I'll show you what I did here. So I have one already set, but I'm going to do several of them because I could use them anyways. So here's one that I've already done a kind of rough thing that all I got to do is tape it, put it together, and put the pieces on. That's already done. Then I got ones that are pre-cut to the pieces right here, right? And then I'm going to start right from scratch. This red one is going to be cutting from the beginning, and all the pieces. Then we're going to score, and then we're going to cut everything. So, but this, I want to show you these two pieces. Okay, so it's going to end up, here's the, let me do this. There's the whole box, obviously. There's the stuff, all the scoring line, all the stuff ready to put together. All I got to do is glue all these pieces and it's done, and then decorate it. And then I have, here's what I want you to know. You want to write this down. That's what I get a pen to write this stuff down so that you know the next time. And if for any reason you forgot, you can always come back to this live stream and do it. So I'm only in like 4 minutes right now. So I figured it's pretty early to start anyways. All right, so two of these are, tell me when you got it written, okay? And again, I'll repeat things if people come in the door. It's not a big deal. So you need two designer papers or whatever of your choice if you want to design the box. Or you can do the box in design. Like here's one. Matter of fact, you can take, this is kind of thin to do it, but this is a designer paper. If I cut this size, which is 6 by 8.5. So the bigger size right here is 6 by 8.5, and it's cardstock. So if you want a plain box, then you can do that. You don't need the designer paper. Now, but if you want to design the box, which is like this one, then you will need two pieces of paper. They're 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay. So, but I might try one. I'll show you. This is going to be awfully thin, but this is big enough. I think it is. Yeah. No, it's too short. I'll have to get another paper. I'm going to try to find a thicker designer paper later and I'll make one out of just designer paper. But it's hi MT, good morning. It's going to be a little thin, so this is really too thin. I'm going to try to find a thicker designer paper, and then at least it'll hold together as a box. So I'll do one like that too. So are you good? Ouch, that hurts. So this piece, like I said, I'll switch it this way too. Is eight eight and a half by 6.5. Okay, 8.5 by 6.5. These two little designer papers are 2, 3 3/4. Now, if you want to do it with me, you want to make one with me, Kathleen? If you don't, that's fine. If you want to, then I'll wait for you to get your board out because you need a stylus pen. You need the papers cut, and then you're gonna need a scoreboard too, somehow to score it. So I didn't bring my other board which scores and cuts. I have my newer cutter I'm gonna try. I've been working on, and I got my scoreboard. So that's what I'm gonna use. Would you like to do it with me and I'll wait, or do you want to do it later? Um, Yeah, go ahead. Let me do it together with you. This will be good. It's kind of like showing you a teaching class where we could do it all together if we wanted to. I just tell you, okay, get this stuff, and then let's build the boxes together. I think that's a good idea. Because this is the first time I've done this, so it's not hard to do it. It's just you tell me when you're ready. Take your time. I'll have a coffee. I can talk to MT. So and you're gonna need glue too. Okay, so paper. You need a ruler, a stylus, a little pair of scissors to cut it, and then glue of your choice. But I'm using this. But normally you can use the. I don't have it with me. Rip the tape one. That's a really good binding one. Is tear and tape, tear, tape and tear or whatever. You just rip it. It's from Stampin' Up. You can get other ones, and maybe I'll go grab that after too. So I'll show you different ways. But you need a good glue. Okay, this is a box. If it's not, you can't use that glue that I can't stand. The one in the roll thing, that is not a good glue for boxes at all because it's gonna come apart. You know that I use tacky glue, that works. In fact, when you're going to get the stuff, I'm gonna go get a few things myself, and I'll be right back. So you take your time. Like I said, paper cut to 6 by 8.5. Two, if you want a designer paper, design 2 3 by 3 3/4. A ruler, a stylus, a pair of scissors, and some glue. And I'm going to be back because I'm going to go and get my paper. I'm going to get a thicker design paper because I'm going to make them just in designer paper to see what it looks like. And then we're going to make, what else did I want to get? The tape. I want to show you the other tape. I'll be right. All right. We're just hanging, and Kathleen can tell me when she's ready. No, don't rush, Kathleen. Don't hurt yourself. We're here. In the meantime, I'm gonna make this is designer paper. I kind of find that to be too thin of a box, but we're gonna try it to show you what I mean. And it looks more manly. This designer paper, To me, looks masculine. So if you're trying to give some chocolates to a guy, well, this would be kind of a cool looking box. And this is the tape I'm talking about. Now, there's different tapes. It's called tear and tape from, this is from Stampin' Up, but they have other tapes, but they don't tear like this. And I have both, but I just grabbed this one. So, and this one comes for Stampin' Up just this size. And so you're gonna like, it comes, the adhesives on the back, put it back, and then you kind of rip the plastic part off. I'll try this one too. I'll use this one. The reason I don't do that is at least glue gives you time to move. They have another kind of glue that I can't stand either because it's really cool to do sticky notes. But if you miss the mark, it's a very good glue. I should go into do a whole story of all glues because I've worked with different ones. And it's in my crop room. I can't remember the name right now. But what happens is it's a really good glue. But if you get past, if you go to glue these pieces on, and that's what they show you, if you glue these pieces on, if you get past the part or it's past where you're sealing it, it becomes very sticky and it'll never dry. Like it'll always be sticky. That's what I hated about the glue. It gives you time to adjust, but if you go past the crock right there, I watched somebody work with it and I went, oh boy, she's doing it on, she's doing a live stream, doing a video on it. She went past the mark and I went, that box is no good. It's going to be, you could use it, but it's going to be sticky to touch the minute you go past it. And that's a product that's sold by Stampin' Up, but it's also sold on its own. Tombow. No, yeah. Is it Tombow? It's made by Tombow. It's in a white and a green, in a greeny kind of bottle. Maybe later on I'll go and pull that out, some different glues that I have, because I have different ones and I'll show you what I like and you can say what you like. But and there's other glues out there I just didn't buy, but there's some good glues too that I don't have either out there. But anyways, so that they use kind of Tombow on the box. Tear and tape is a good one. And the only thing, again, when you go to close the boxes, make sure you're right on because it kind of like this kind of sticks really good. And sometimes you're not going to be able to pull it apart. Where glue, I can slide it and fix it, and I have time to play with it. That's why I like my tacky glue the best. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there until and I'll drink my coffee. Empty, how are you this morning? Everything good with you? I don't know if that's Mike out there, but good morning if it's Mike. All right. So, like I said, we wait for you. I'm not in a hurry, Kathleen. I'm only been on here 12 minutes. I got all morning because I'm not doing anything. I woke up especially to do this, and for you or anybody else that wants to watch how to do these boxes because they're really cool boxes. And I don't have an Easter pattern because I would be doing boxes for Easter. Oh, I grabbed two by accident. I grabbed I would be doing stuff for Easter, but unfortunately, I don't have any people for Easter. So I'm going to do a box for Valentine's Day. I'm going to do a couple generic boxes. Well, actually, I got two for Valentine's Day and some generic boxes. And this is what I'm sticking with. This whole live stream is about this box. Because then when I come back, if it's tomorrow, the next day, it's going to be the cute little boxes I made up for Valentine's Day. And I think anybody that is interested is going to get a kick out of it because it's a cute little box and it fits very small things, but it's such a nice gift to give out. That's why I made it. I designed it, but I thought, I like giving out a little bit at Valentine's Day, and with it being so horribly wrong, as long as you're careful, you could like imagine leaving it. It's just a tiny little box, but you could actually give it to your neighbors and leave it on their doorstep, kind of, and ring their doorbell, and they open up and go, "What's going on?" And a little box is sitting there in front. So whatever. Give it to the mailman, garbage man, bankers, wherever you go, obviously taking care of the guidelines for COVID or whatever. But you can still do something nice and it's pretty inexpensive to make these boxes. Plus, you go to the dollar store and buy a few bags of candy, you just slip a couple in this box. That's how tiny it is. It's very cute. I'm designing it well, I'll show you when I do that live stream. I'm going to pull out this. I've showed it before, but not everybody's seen it. Where I made homemade chocolates out of a silicone mold, and I'm thinking of doing that too. I'm going to make them a little smaller, but I think I might make some peanut butter chocolate flowers to go in the box because I think it'll look really pretty in this box. And if not, I'll just buy some chocolates and put them in the box. Doesn't really matter. So, all right, I'm gonna I'm going to move all this stuff away. And then I might bring it back to show you what I'm using. You ready? Cool. Okay. So I'm going to clear this all off. And I will put boxes. My whole life should not be doing boxes like this. I'm only going to do so many because I don't need this many. But all right. So let's start off. Like I said, we're going to start off with any size paper as long as it's big enough. I'm going to get my cutter here. And this is an 8.5 by 11. I don't need it that big. But that's what normally paper come in 8.5 by 11, or they come in 12 by 12. So here's my new cutter I'm trying out. Right, you'll see at the top of this. So this is the length is 8.5. So I don't want to touch the length because that's what I need, 8.5. All right, we're gonna go 8.5, and I'm gonna come around here and cut this page to 6. You can see the markers right here, 6. All right, I'm gonna cut that. So you can do it with me, Kathleen, but right now I want you to cut a page that's 8.5 by 6, unless you already did it. You tell me when you're caught up to me, or if you're already done. Right, 8.5 by 6. Then I'm going to come along. These two papers. This is going to be my designer papers. These are 6 by 6s. That's what the pad. It came in a pad. Let me show you the pad. I get a lot of paper like that too, because 6 by 6 is a good size for different projects. That's still my old paper from Stampin' Up. So I'm gonna cut these 3.25. Which line is right here. 3.25. 3.25. Okay. And then we're gonna come over here. Quarter. Oh, shoot, I shouldn't have did that. Okay, there's one that you're going to have to cut backwards, okay? What it is. This is fine. I did it so far, but this one should be flipped around. You need one of these designer papers flipped around the opposite way. That's just the way it is because it's going to go upside down. So I'm going to have to cut this paper. Really, it doesn't matter at this point which way I cut it. It's the next step when I do the diagonal cuts. You have to have one upside down and one the right way you want it. So I'm going to be cutting it like this, these two papers. So I'm going to move that out of sound. I got all my paper ready. And I'm going to come back with my scoreboard. All right, get my stylus out. Hold on. Yep, you tell me. That's fine. I'll wait for you. But I'm just warning you ahead. You're going to flip one of these 3 by 3.75. You need it both ways because it won't. Because you're doing one way. It is what it is. You got to flip the design, and then it works out fine for you. So I'm going to tell you, get your papers cut, and you tell me when you're done, and I'll wait. I'm going to do this with you. And then I got my stylus ready to rock and roll. And you get a piece of paper and write these little notes. And like I told you, if you're stuck, you can always come back here and watch this stuff. Watch it again where I'm telling you to score all this stuff. I'll try to score it. Like you can see there, and I'll slide the board down the other way because I notice the whole board's not fitting in. This is like a 12.5 by 12.5 scoreboard. So I'm gonna wait till me and Kathleen are doing it together. And thank you for bringing it up, Kathleen. Anybody want anything done, just ask me, and we shall do this together. If there's something you want me to do on a live stream that I've done, just ask me. I don't mind doing anything again. But because of the holidays coming up, I was doing this for myself. I'm doing boxes anyways because I want to give out the chocolate. So if you see that I'm going to be in a box kick, it's because I want to do different boxes for holidays. This box we're doing is great for Valentine's Day, depending on how you decorate it, or Easter, or Christmas, or anything you want. if you're doing a box, 8.5 by by 6. 8.5 by 6, not 6.5. But don't rush, Kathleen. Like I said, I have all morning. I'm not a big deal. You tell me, we'll do it step by step, like I said. So it's not a big deal. Um, it is what it is. It's actually better that I do it step by step because then people can jump in and watch if they want to learn how to make this. I'll put the box right here for now until that's. No, I'm not gonna I might decorate it. I might not. This takes a die cut, and stamps, and I don't know if I'm gonna do that. You will see the box, and then it's up to you to decorate whatever way you want. And if I got time, I'll decorate them. And if not, well, because I punched a few flowers out to put on it, but that's about it. So yeah. Next, okay, so you got 8.5 cut by 6. All right. You want to do that one first, or do you want to cut all your paper? So do you have 8.5 by 6? All right, 8.5 by 6, and then you have your two designer papers, 3 3/4. You have all your papers cut. Make sure your papers are all cut first before we move on to the next step. Okay. Now we're gonna take the paper, as you can see, and put it on the long side. The 8.5 side, right? See, it's 8.5 this sheet. Actually, this isn't 12 inches. It's weird it said that. Okay, so this, wait a minute now. Why is my sheet? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. 6. This is not done right. Is it? Why is this not done right? This should be 8.5. This is way past 8.5. Hang on a minute. I'm mixed up here myself. Let's see. Oh, definitely gotta be. I gotta fix this. Hang on a minute. I'll just throw it on here. That doesn't make sense to me. Why that? This should have been. This should have been. This should have been the right thing. What happened here? I have no idea. I shouldn't have to cut this down because the height is 8.5. So I'm 6.5. I did 8.5. It is 8.5. Let me try this. I have no idea why this paper is longer. I'm screwed up here. Sorry about that. There we go. Make sure it's 8.5. All right. Because I knew the score lines didn't match up. There we go. Let's try that again. This should be 8.5. It's a little off just by a touch. And then if I switch it around, it's off by a little bit. But it'll work perfect. Okay. So you're gonna take the length side. You got on your scoreboard, take the length side. And you're gonna score this one. Okay. 8.5 side is gonna be scored at 4. You're gonna come to 4. I use the big side of the stylus right there, the big side. Do 4, and you're gonna score it at 8. Right? You tell me when you're done scoring it. So 4 and 8, you score it at. And then when you're done, we're gonna flip it to the other side. So I call that the length, and then we're gonna turn this way to the width, the narrow part, the one that's 1 by 6. All right. So then we are going to score this one, the 6th side. You're going to score this at 1. I'm going to score this at 5. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yep, looks good so far. All right. So what I'm going to do, actually, Kathleen, and then you're going to flip it. All right. If you look, you have a cut here. So right here, this one here. Oh, shoot. Wait. No, that's perfect. What I just did. Perfect. All right. So you're going to take it. I want you to clip out so you know which one's the bottom. The bottom is going to get clipped up and the top is going to stay solid. So you have a line here, a line here, and cut this little tiny corner out. With scissors. I want you to cut this little corner out right here. This shows you that the bottom. Okay, I want you to do that first, just because I want to show you that you're going to score some parts on the bottom of it. Only on the bottom you score next. So flip it around. Okay. All right, so you got that little bottom cut out right here. This represents the bottom of the box because you only want score lines from this 1-inch part. Okay, so right here, I'm not trying to make it right there. You're going to score from the 1-inch part. So only from this line down. And we're going to score that at, we're going to go to 2. So you go right to the line and score just to that the line right there, the 1-inch line. Now there's one already here. So you're going to need that 4. And you're going to come back and do a 6 right here. Just to the 1-inch line. Right? So you're going to have 4 lines. That's going to form the bottom of the box, okay? So you can see that the box is all done. You tell me when we're up to this point. Now I can take away the scoreboard. I don't need it at this point because we're going to do some cutting, folding, and then we're going to come back and do the other lines. The diagonal lines are going to be next. I know you can catch up. 2, 4, yeah, 2 and 6. You already have 4 done when you did the score of the 8.5. You already put a 4 lines. So yeah, 2 and 6, absolutely. Okay, and I'm going to cut up. I'll wait till you're cut up, but it's not. Once you score it, then you're going to come up and clip the 4, and this will form the bottom of your box, which is right here. That forms that bottom right there. Up here. Okay. And I want to make this really flexible. So I'm bending them both ways. And some of the parts are going to have to be really flexible for when you curve the box. So we'll just do that. We're going to come back and also wedge the edge of these, but right not yet. I'm going to fold these lines. And I'm going to fold it in half. Now you got your bone folder. I don't have it with me. Half the time I don't. But use your bone folder and do a nice crease for all the lines. Okay. So you have all looking like this so far. Is that you're done all this? You caught up to me the corner part, all these sections? Just put yes, then we'll continue on because this is the part. Once you do this part, then it's a piece of cake. It really is an easy box anyways, but because we're gonna leave it upside down. I think I'll do the lines right. Let me see if I can. No, I'm gonna fold this one. We're gonna put it towards you. All right. So if you're done, we'll do the next line because you're gonna need a ruler and you need your stylus, and you're gonna go this corner right here where the 2 meet. You're gonna take your ruler. You're gonna put the corner of it to that corner and to the first cut line. You're gonna go to the first cut line, and I'm gonna do this one and I'll show you. Now we got to push fairly hard on this because that's why a lot of times they use a mat, but I don't have a mat with me, so I have a mat, but I'm not going to use it because a lot of people don't have mats. You're just going to cut like that. All right, so there's a nice little diagonal line. That's your first diagonal line, right? Right here's the corner, and I'm going to bend this line so you can see it more. And I want you to only bend, not past the 1-inch mark. That's going to get all flexed really good before we form the box. Just nice crease. That's the first line. Now you don't have, you're done. Okay. The only reason I'm doing step by step for you, otherwise you could do this once you get doing it, Kathleen, then you're going to take the corner where it's folded in half to that same corner that you just did the diagonal line to. You're going to come and do a ruler, and you're going to go from that corner. Let's see if I can do it this way in front of you better. There you can see my line. So we're going to go to this corner, right where the fold line is, like the cut line. Again, and you're going to go to this corner way over here where it folds in half. And you're not going to go past this. This does not get any score lines because that's the top of the box, and you don't want to see score lines on that. So you go to that corner. All right, so let's make some good lines to that corner. Great. And then we're going to go from that corner to the other cut line over here, this second one, from where we just finished the top up here. I'm going to go straight down diagonally that corner. It's like a zigzag pattern if you think about it, okay? And then I'm going to switch the box over here, and we're going to go to that where I just left off, to the far corner of this end right here, the end piece right there, right up here. I will show you in a close-up if I'm sure you understand, but if you don't, that's where you ask questions when you go to do this. All right. I don't like that squirrel, and I'm going to come back and do it again. All right. There's a close-up. You can see it. There, there, and there. Now we're going to come and reinforce it. And we're going to score just from the bottom. Do not touch the top part. You don't want anything affected on the top of the box. Back and forth, so it's really flexible. We're going to fold this line here. Watch where you're folding it so you don't screw it up. And up to the 1 inch. And then again. All right, then we're going to go do this last line. Are you with me so far, Kathleen? I'll be doing it again. I'm making more boxes. So if there's any point where you got confused with what I said, I'm making more boxes. So now it's going to be nice and flexible, okay? And when you go to fold your box, we're going to do this part first. We're going to glue it down the top part, the side here. And then when you go to open it up, you can see it's going to be flexible. So are you with me so far? Did you do all your lines? Because now it's the easy part. Now it's just folding and putting the box together. Yep, yeah, okay. So we're going to come across just in here, whatever your glue is. Like I said, do a good glue for this, okay? Because they're boxes. They're going to be moving. You see this box? Look at how good that is. I've had that for years. I just reuse it when I give things out, like whatever. It's glued together. It's not going to fall apart. And so you want to make sure that you glue the boxes I show you how to make sure they're glued good. Don't be cheap. I like saying that. I don't care. Don't be cheap on the boxes because you want to make sure it stays together. So I'm going to come here, hold this in half, and this should line up. I'm going to show you right here. Look how nice that lines up. Don't that should dry off, and the paper's going to cover it anyways. But I had some on my fingers, so try not to get it on your fingers. All right, so we're going to wait, and then that's where a bone folder comes in. I don't have mine with me, but come in here and use your bone folder and go inside and press it down. So inside is really sealed and good, right? You want it not to lift up in the inside. So then when I go to the bottom, it'll stay together, right? Hold on. Okay. I will hold on. Here, and here's a cut one that I've already done. So I didn't put this box together, but there's one in case you need both. Here's one that's not glued together yet. One. I'm going to drink my coffee. Now, you guys, if anybody's interested, tell me. I'll tell you the pieces for tomorrow's box or the next day. Basically, I gotta find. I have it written down. I can. Matter of fact, I'll show you the box. I'll treat you to the box what it's going to look like. Where do you glue? Right on this edge right here. This edge right here, where we cut it. That's where you're gonna glue. There's a thing I'm gonna do right now that we're gonna cut the pieces here. I could have did it before. I want you to wedge the edges, but right here, you can do that. Actually, Kathleen, since you're still good and you didn't do it yet, wedge the edge right here if you want to. Right there, you can wedge it. Just a little wedge. That's a little big one, but still not gonna. And you can come over here. You can wedge both edges. I'm not gonna do that though. But I'm not gonna wedge the top, but you can wedge the top and then glue it down. And you're just gluing it in half like that. Right? So that little edge is glued down here to form this. See, there's the beginning of the top right here at the opening. Hey, Lise, good morning. Right. So I'm waiting for you. When you're ready, you tell me, Kathleen, and we'll move on. The next, we're pretty well done the box. As soon as you put the two together, then you're going to fold the bottom like a box. No, not that I see anymore right now. There's nothing out there. What are you bugging me for? Hang on, I got to feed the dog. I might as well give Kathleen a break. What? No? No snow. Here. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Here. Oh, right. All right. There's the design here. Let's see. This is what we're building. We're building this box. Right. Let's see. Kind of show it on camera. Okay, you're good? All right, let's move on. So now, Kathleen, all you got to do is close the box. Wait, before you close it, wedge the edges on these ones. I want you to, it folds much better if you wedge them. So you're going to come across, actually, let me see. You don't need to wedge these, but if you want to, you can, but no. It's going to come two down, two over, and there's your box forms right here. Now, if you find that that's where you come in, you want to clip it so it perfectly folds nice. You could clip just on the sides here a little bit. But normally I like wedging it. Right, so we're gonna go and do two sides, whatever. It doesn't really pick a side which way you want. Two are gonna go in, two are out, just like a box. So I'm gonna take this edge and then turn around to the opposite. So I'm gonna put some glue here, turn the box around the opposite end, put it here. This is good. And then we're gonna fold it. We're gonna go put these down and fold it like a box. Here we go. And you might need, like I said, you got probably something to hold it down to force it. And hi, Christian. So I'm going to use my roller. Like I said, I should get my bone folder out here. If there's something overlapping, just trim it. You don't like it. Trim, trim, trim. That's all you do. You won't cut it exactly right. All right, we're rocking and rolling. All right. Okay, we got my box done. Now it's just to decorate. And let it dry here because it's going to take a while to dry. Unless you put I'll use the other tape the next time and that's instant. But I'm trying to force it down. Right? So maybe if there's a little crack, but nothing's gonna fall through there. And it's done really good, but you could have forced probably the edges a little closer if you want. Because this one had an edge too. It had a little bit of a gap here in between it. But you're not gonna really see the bottom anyways. The whole point is to see and these boxes do lean a certain way. So when you go to do the sides, whatever it doesn't balance exactly perfect. That's just the design of it. So you just pick whatever one you want to be the front that balances the best, that leans where it's not going to fall over, and that'll be your front. You got two sides to pick from, but this one, if I go show you like this one leads the best way the front, or I can do the back, but I prefer this way. So just pick your front and back. All right, so now when you're caught up to do the box, you tell me, Kathleen. So now we're going to cut the designer paper when you're ready, okay? So you should have you've just created the box. Like I said, if you don't like any of this, I just come back and I'm picky. And just trim what you don't like. Oh, all right, we're halfway. We got the main structure of the box done. Hey, yeah, good. Are you ready for the next part? Ready. All right. So now we're going to do the designer paper. And we got to come back with the cutter for this one. You need to cut this, okay? Remember, you're cutting one on this direction. This is my good paper. This is one I'm going to use on it. And you're cutting this one the opposite way. It's just the way the box is done. I gotta cut one upside down. Or it won't fit right. I don't know. It's just what it is. Okay, so you take this little paper. You're gonna take it and fold it in half, not all the way. Just give a little pinch on the center of this. You don't want the whole thing scored. You want a center because when you come to the cutting blade, you're gonna put that center here to the corner, right? So let's do this again because this paper is hard to see the pattern on here. There's my score line right or the where I folded it, and you want to go to the corner and line it up on the cutting board right there. Can you see that? Where you folded it, come down and cut it. Okay, there's the one edge, right? All right, we got that done so far. Hang on a minute. Now I'm like so totally blind what I'm doing next. Yeah, that's right. What do I do? Hang on a minute. I gotta get my facts together. Oh no, I got it. Okay. So then you're gonna go do the corner. Here's the arch right here where we cut it off. You're gonna take that corner and the other corner. So you're gonna take the very top of this piece that we cut off, wedges here, take that corner to the far corner of that box right there. And we just form the pieces of the box. That'll go right here. I'll do it again. But you got to do the opposite side. I love when I try to explain something to someone and confusing myself. All right, so we're going to go here. And it fits really nice enough, right? Okay, let's do this again. That's the one piece. Now you're going to flip it. I'm going to do it the opposite way, Kathleen. Make sure you do one the right way and one the opposite way. We're going to come here with the little paper, fold it. Do a little mark right here. Good enough. You're going to take that point and put it in the cutting blade where you folded it into the other corner of right here in the far corner. Now you tell me when you're, I'm not going to cut it yet because I'll be doing it and then we won't cut up. So do you understand what I'm saying? Fold it in half where the fold is, put it where the cutting line is to the other far corner. So I'm going to leave it like that until you tell me you're caught up. And in the meantime, like I said, this is going to fit right here. One there, here, and here. And basically what I'm doing is I'm cutting the opposite way, the other side here, for what I'm going to do. Well, yeah, I'm just going to wait until you tell me you got it. Worst scenario is you cut the paper wrong and then you do it again. That's all. It's not a big deal. Yeah. So you have three pieces, not four. So you have three pieces. I don't know how you got four. No, 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 no. You're doing something wrong. Um, that's one, two. Let me show you really close. You have three pieces. Three. Okay. One, two, three. See, it's a thinner wedge, pie wedge. This is the let's say this is the full pie wedge, and this is two sides of it that are narrow. So it should have three pieces. Right? Okay, I'm sticking with you. I'm not doing the next piece until you understand what I'm saying. So let me do a close-up of what I'm doing. I'm not gonna cut it yet. You're gonna take the paper and you're gonna fold it in half. The little 3 3/4 by 3, pinch it here. All right. And then we're gonna take the cutting blade. There, you should be able to see that. You got it? I got it. Okay. So we're gonna go here to here. Flipping it. Don't forget, Kathleen, one side is the design paper you want. The other side is flipping the whole paper and cutting it the opposite way. So we're gonna cut that one. All right. And then we're gonna come across from that corner to the other corner. And cut it again. So now I got three paper. Okay. So this should work out beautifully. So this is this way. I'm going to start gluing the pieces on, make it less confusing, but I'm going to glue this piece on right here. You saw this. That's going to be one side. So I'm going to come across with, I would rather I like this glue, okay, but make sure you smooth it out because it can form wrinkles. This is not a glue that's going to not give you wrinkles. It's all on how you put the glue on. So I'm going to come back here. And I'm gonna leave an edge because it's not gonna fit. You want a little edge so you see the cardstock. So I'm gonna come back here, leave an edge, like center it on that corner, and I'll show you in a minute what it looks like. And then make sure you get all the bubbles or whatever out with the glue, and make sure all the corners are glued nice. And see, you have edging all the way around it. That's why it was cut a 1/4 inch less. You don't want the edge, you just do 1/8 instead of a 1/4 inch. Okay. See, it already came up, so I'm going to come back with some glue and just glue the corner. But at least this will kill my hands. Once it's dry, you won't even see this glue. The other stuff, combo, I don't like it. The only thing I don't like about it, at least, it's cutting and the blades are easy to get. So I got this on Amazon.ca. That's the one I told you about. It wasn't too bad in price, but So we're going to form it like this and do the same thing. Ooh. I don't. It doesn't have a scoring line. I don't like that. I have a scoreboard, but I prefer having one that has both. Then I don't have to show if I'm doing something on a live streamer for myself. I only need one board. This only cuts. So because it doesn't have a score line, then I got to use the scoreboard, right? And I find that a pain because I was used to Stampin' Up having both. It has a cutter and a score line, and so does the one from Michaels. The one from Michaels has it too, which I love. I Stampin' Up was my favorite, but I couldn't get any more blades, so I had to get rid of it. But the next one was Michaels. I like that, and I did order some blades. We just haven't gone. They didn't say it was in yet, so I haven't gone to pick up the blade. But that's kind of this is probably my third one I like. It cuts nice because it's new blades. You can get the blades really easy. I bought the whole thing, and I bought a whole pack of blades because I learned my lesson. Never ever buy a cutting board without extra blades. All right, so I'm going to put this one on. Now at this point, it's just practice and keep doing boxes, and then decorate it whatever way you want. I don't know. I might decorate some boxes. I'm just going to build some boxes for you so you get the idea what I'm doing. I wouldn't mind not having a score on it. I have a score one. Okay, well then you would love this one. It cuts really nice. It's cutting like a gem. If you don't care and you don't care you need it, then you'll love this one, Lise. You will love this. This is really it's pretty reasonable, and it's cutting really nicely. If that's all you want it for, absolutely, this will work for you. All right, look at that. One Halloween box. Or Halloween, I mean Valentine's Day box. Okay. All right. So it's looking, if I flip that over, this should see it worked out. By flipping the paper over, it just you just have to do it or it won't work for you. So how you doing back there, Kathleen? Are you looking at an awesome box? See, this is another thing I like doing. If I put it too clumpy on here, I kind of use my fingers and spread the glue so it stays on. I bet your Mike's in the background. I'm just gonna put that out there. All right. I like saying it every so often. It was funny that Kathleen did that to me yesterday. I felt she was there. I felt Kathleen was in my channel, and I went, "So, Kathleen, how's everything? How you doing?" And she kind of laughed and came in. I'm in the background. No, you at least said hi. I knew you were there. There. All right. So let's put this on. Um, yeah. Okay. I can't show it, but you can show me. I can't show you the box because I'm not. I'm live. My camera's not on the other way. But yeah, you show me. All right. If you get some glue somewhere where you don't like it, there is a thing to erase it, which I just did a little bit because like how it's centered. I have to lift this up. It's too hard, like to try to do it on focus on a camera when I'm trying to center this because I can't see it. So, and it's going to come off again. Yeah, center it a little better than I had it. Close enough. Close enough. This is a cheaper paper too. I can tell. Um, what do you mean? There's more than one mic? All right. Anyways, this is not Stampin' Up cardstock. This is a little thinner. So it bends more. The Stampin' Up cardstock is much better. It's thicker. But nonetheless, a lot of people, you do all this work and you give a box and it goes in the garbage anyway. So um, I wouldn't worry about spending big money on it to do a box because, like I said, those who appreciate will probably keep the box and use it again. And somebody that doesn't care how much work you put in it will just throw it in the garbage. Oh, wrong side. Here. Lisa, you want to make a box? You want to make a box together? I'm going to be doing more. I'm going to finish what I did. I'm going to try something. I'm going to do the same box, and I'm just going to use designer paper, but I don't feel it's going to be very strong, this paper. All right, let's put this in here. All righty. Now, like I said, I don't know if I'll design them, because this is what I would do. If you like this style of box, don't design it. Just do it in a plain. Do it in plain, and then design it when you're ready to give it away. So I could do red. Red is perfect for Valentine's Day or Christmas. One of the oh, okay. No, I don't. I could be. You're right. You're right. Okay, so you do one of two choices. You could either you leave it blank, and then when it comes time to Christmas time, then cut your 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 paper and decorate it right near Christmas. Or if you're doing it for Valentine's Day, which this is, now I have one for Valentine's Day. Now I just all I got to do, make sure all the edges are glued down. Come on and open the box. Opening nice. Make sure you got all these little corners down because they like to pop off. And I just come back and reglue them if they're off until I know they're totally on. There's a little corner right there I don't like, so I'll come back and chip on the part of this. There we go. And we just completed one self-closing box. And I'm going to try this again. Lisa, if you want to make one, I know you have all the stuff. You can make one with me. And if not, that's okay too. So there it is. The self-closing box of the Valentine's one. I'm going to come back. There's the original one for Christmas. I can reuse this. Just decorate whatever way leans the best for you towards the front. Then pick that as the front, and you can decorate the back all you want. And then you got perfect. There. All right, so I'm going to try one in designer paper, but I feel it's going to be too thin. But we're going to do one anyways. And then I have some ones to finish off, and we can talk. And if you got any questions about the box, I'm here. So right now, actually, I'm going to cut this one. All right, we're going to use this one. I thought this is kind of cool looking. I still think it's too thin to do a box, but we're going to try and use this. All right, so this is a designer paper that I'm going to fool around with to see how it looks. And I won't have to do anyway. So we're going to cut this. This is a 12 by 12 sheet. And I'm going to cut this to 8.5 by 6. So actually, I would rather do this way. I'm going to cut this 6 because it's 12. I don't want to waste my sheet cutting and wrecking the one side. So I'm going to cut that 6. Yeah, okay, because I think you're going to like this. You like the look of the box, though, Lise? Will that box come in handy for Valentine's Day? What do you think? And then we're going to go 8.5 by this. So now, once you get it, yeah, okay. So once you get it, this is my advice to you. Write it down, get a piece of paper, and it's called self-closing box. And then you're going to put the sod. This is how, see, I write it down. When I create it, it's all written down here, okay? So it's going to go, my cardstock is 6.5 by 8.5. I need 2 designer papers. They're 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Then I go, okay, the length, score the 8.5 side, 4 and 8. Then turn it around and flip to the 6 side and 1 and 5. And then I just have where you score the 1-inch lines. I even put 1-inch score, 2, 4, and 6, which 4 is already done. It's basically 2 and 6, but I just put all 3 down there for anybody learning. All right, so there's my sheet of paper. All right, and then we're gonna go here. Let's do it on this one. All right, so I'm gonna find my stylus. You need that. You need your stylus. Okay. So the length again, you're gonna score it at 4, and you're gonna score it at 8. I'm gonna flip it around. It doesn't really matter which way, and then you're gonna score this. Yeah, 1 and 5. Put it to the edge. 1. It just kind of rips. You got to be careful with this. It's almost too thin when I'm scoring it. If I go score it too high, it starts to rip. So that's not a good thing. Right. And now I'm gonna hold all the lines, varnish it, and make sure they're here. There we go. Yeah, this is a really delicate thing. I don't really think I like it, and I'm not gonna do another box. I knew it was gonna be too thin, but what the heck? All right, so I folded all that down. Now, what I kind of said was you're going to cut the corner here. Make it easier so you know which one. Pick a side on this side, and you're going to cut this corner down here. Now we know that's the bottom. All right. Yeah, actually, you can see this. At least you can see this one better than the other paper. All right. So then we're going to score this just to the 1-inch line. 2, 4 is already done for you, but I go 2, 4, and 6. It's every 2 inches. All right. Then we're going to go the next step I like doing is cutting it. I'm going to cut it right there, the 1-inch line. So I'm going to get this over because I don't need this anymore. Now we need a ruler and a stylus. So we're going to come from this corner to the first cut line. See, you can see this much better. This one's a much better one because you can see all the folded lines where I cut it. I can see that for you guys. So this corner right here, and this corner here. And you can fold it. This is the top, so you don't want any creases in that. But I can reinforce the top right there. So now you can see it. I can go bend both ways because you want it kind of flexible. And then you're going to go here in that corner to where it meets the half mark. Okay, do not use cardstock for your trim. Your trim. What do you mean? You do not use cardstock for your trim. You're talking about this? It's too thick. You're talking about for this? Don't use cardstock. It's too thick to do that. If that's what you're doing. That's why I said designer paper. Off just a bit. So I gotta rescore this because it's not folding right. So I gotta come back here. Yeah, don't use cardstock because that's why I never said use cardstock. I knew it'd be too thick. But anyways, you know what? It's okay to say it, and it's okay to make mistakes because you learn from your mistakes. 'Cause when you're starting to do a project and make your own design of a box, you make mistakes. You gotta, okay, this doesn't make sense, and then you redo it again. All right. Yes. Okay. Now I'm gonna come across over this section. Like this feels really too thin, and I kind of said that this is gonna be too thin this box, and it will. But it's okay. I'm gonna show you. You need to use cardstock to design the box because this paper is too thin. But we were going to do it anyways because I want to see and show you. Line it up here. Now, like I said, I would say you can use a bone folder. If you got one, use it. If you don't, a lot of people don't have one, so you don't need to have one to do this. All right, it's almost done. That's it. What? When you start doing the first one, it takes because you don't understand how to do it. Once you understand how to do it, you can zip through this stuff easy peasy. That's not bad. It feels like a paper bag. You know how a paper bag feels? It's still working. It's cute. It's cute, but it feels like a paper bag. But it's still cute. And you don't have to do it. Thin paper bag-ish. But you could do, it won't last as long as these hard ones. Again, so I'm gonna have to buy a new mouse again. I don't have a lot of room sometimes to try to do projects and try to have everything here. You sent me a picture, cool. I will. She'll look at it after, I promise. Because I can't show it anyways. Good job, Kathleen. All right, this is cool. It's cute. You can do it. It works. It's just like a material. It's kind of cute. Look at it. And you can see a bigger hole here, but it's just the way it is. There's one on that one too, but you don't see it as much. But look at how cute that is. Here, let me see the front here. Looks the same, just thinner, but it's cute. It's like it reminds me of a box bag. That's what it is. So it is cute. I'd use this. And then come on and decorate it. All right, so I got one that I already pre-did, so I can do another one. Actually, let me see. I got one in a different color I want to do. I got a red one. Let's go start from the start again. I got this green stuff. I got it cut and I got to score it. So this is one I thought was kind of cool looking. And I could actually, it looks like a vintage box, and I thought I'd do that. And then I could just sponge the sides of them. This would be really cool, this one. So I'm going to put these aside, and then I'll bring them all back for you. This one again. All right. So like I said, anybody coming in and wants to know, this piece is 6 by 8.5. On the long side, you're going to score it at 4. And I use the bigger one, a 4 and 8. I'm going to flip it to the 6 side. I'm going to score it at 1. Oops, this is off. It still should be okay, but I screwed that up. I'm going to use that as the bottom because I slid off right here. So I'll have to use that as the bottom so you won't see it as bad. Okay, so I got 1 and 5. And make sure it pulls corner to corner because I just split it and that's why my line is off a bit. Corner to corner. Oh, that's pretty good. Kind of weird this one. Right, and 5. Yeah. What's it? 5. Well, that's going to be the bottom. That's my top line. Wait a minute. This is not 6. This is, that's why. Son of a gun. Well, I must have been half asleep when I cut this. This is not 6. Measure it again. I was half asleep when I started doing this. Uh, this should be 8. Is this 8.5? Yep. And this is not 6 because I could tell as soon as I went to score it, I went, this doesn't make sense. Yeah, I was half asleep when I cut this paper to do this project. But let's switch it off. 6. That's 6, and then I'm going to score 5. I feel like it's straight exactly. Then we have, this is going to be the bottom since I screwed up the score line a little bit. I'm going to go here. I'm going to score this from the 1-inch line at 2. It's already done. Oh, that's not working out. This is no good. I'm going to do this again. Because I cut it after I scored it, not good. It's not going to work. Let me try this again because I know how to do this. Boy, that paper was cut this morning. I never should have did that. We're going to come along. I'm going to redo another one anyways. I'll get another piece, but I am not sure what I did wrong with that piece, but it's got to be 8.5 by 6. This is already done. I'm almost done this one, which I did this morning, and I was half asleep. So in here, I'm going to get another that paper and cut it right in front of you again. Make sure, like I said, I woke up and then I started doing this, and I went, oh, now I see what happens when you're not awake. Screws things up pretty good. All right. Let's sip a minute. Drink coffee. All right. I got the paper for this one all set already. Mm-hmm. All right. 2 quarters, but another side. All right. Are you making some more, Kathleen? You should use see if now if you use tear and tape, it makes it easier because this slips because it's but I still like this is my favorite glue once it dries, so I'm using my tacky glue. Let's sit for a couple minutes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, mark 4 and 8 and then flip to 1 and 5. Yeah. And make sure your paper is the right size. That's what it went wrong. When I cut the paper, it wasn't cut. It was 6.5. So, and then I started scoring at 6.5. It screws up everything. You got to make sure your paper's the right size, or you'll screw it up. I pre-cut this one already. Like I said, make sure it's all good. And I got the pieces right here that I did this morning. I'll do this one. All right, so I got these boxes done, and I'm going to come across and do another one. But all right, so I want the heart side, so I'm going to put the heart. It's going to go like this. This is going to be really cute. It's a little heart. And this is my second Valentine's box. If I use them, they're there forever. Like once you do a box, if you don't want to use it this year, then use it up next year. And tell people to recycle it. Don't tell them to put it in the garbage. Tell them if you're done using it, either give it back to you or give it to somebody else. Pass the box on instead of throwing it in the garbage. Wait a minute. See, I gotta see. You have to flip that page because it's not going. I gotta find the right section here. Oh, there it is. That much goes over here. All right, we'll start from the beginning again. I got an idea for another kind of box you might think is kind of cool for Easter, but I know other people did them. But I might do a magic box. Magic box are kind of cool. Show the score again. Yeah, I'll do it again. I'll do another box. Just give me a second, okay, guys? I'll start from the start in the beginning, and we'll do it all again. And I'll tell you the score lines. How to do this. I will do another box. I just got to get. I don't have any paper here left. I want to do that yellow one because I think it'll be really cool. It's going to be like a vintage looking box. But I just cut it this morning, and I cut the wrong. I knew I was half asleep when I came on here, when I started to get ready for this, and I went, "Oh boy, I'm ever freaking tired," because I couldn't sleep very good. I slept. I was trying to sleep, and then I was like waking up all night. Um, what's the box? And in the box. Okay, let's just finish this. I'm going to get another yellow color because I think that box is going to look cool. I'm also going to show you the next box I'm going to do that I designed that I think is cute for Valentine's Day. And then you'll see a picture of it. Whatever box I'm doing, I'm going to try to show you a picture on the thumbnail, and then you'll know which one I did that day. I mean, I'm going to do so many, but I just thought it was kind of cool with all the holidays coming up. It's kind of cool having these boxes handy. All right, let me finish this. All right. I will repeat the score lines for you because in case you're trying to do one, I just thought about it. You might be trying to do one, Kathleen. So it's a 6.5 by 8.5. You're going to score it on the 8.5 side, 4 and 8. You're going to do the side, the 6-inch side, 1 and 5. And then when you do from the inch, the score lines for the base, which is right here, the bottom, you do the 1 inch down at 2, and it's already done at 4, but I put 2, 4, and 6. So that's your score lines to make this box. 8.5 score at 4, then 8-inch. 6 is scored at 1 and 5. And from the bottom, you choose one or the other because they're both scored at 1 inch. Choose a side that's going to be your bottom. And from the 1 inch line down, scored at 2, 4, and 6. And again, I'm going to do another box for you to do exactly what I'm repeating. And here we go. We got all these little boxes I just did, and I'm going to do another one. Okay. I think this is cute. It's very thin, but you can do it. It feels like a paper bag. And there you go. And now you're just going to come in and have fun decorating them any way you want. That's I might decorate one. It depends on how much time I have. So I'm gonna go get my sheet. I'll be right back. I am going to do this again. I'm going to get the base that matches this because this was screwed up. All right. I shall be back in a moment. Okay. Okay, you got it. Now I'm going to come back and start scratch again, guys. Anybody interested? This is be probably my last box I'm making. But at least you know how to do it. And I'm gonna give you an idea what to do. Whenever I do boxes, you get yourself a little book, write all this stuff down, put self-closing. It's done by 6 and 8 cardstock. I kind of brought just like this. Put all your notes down in the book. When you ever want to go build this box again, if you forget, you got the notes how to do it again. Or you can come back and check the video. It's not a big deal either way. It'll be out there. Okay, so this better. This was partial part of a 12 by 12. This and I'm going to make sure it's 8.5 because that was my. Oh, that's why. This is a weird length. No, it's 11. Now let's try this side. 8.5. 8.5. Come on. All right. I must have cut it the wrong way. There's something I did wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna. This is 8.5, and I'm gonna cut the 6. All right. Here's my base for my box. Didn't cut exactly all, but it's my fault. I should have pressed harder. So I'm just gonna press it down. And then I got the designer papers right here ready for myself. But since we are gonna do step by step, I'm gonna leave it like this for now. Cut it. You just do whatever. When you cut this, then cut the pie shapes after once you know how to do it. Like you can do it a lot faster. I'm just trying to show people how to do it if they want to learn how to do it. All right, so here we go. Let's double check. It's 6 by 8.5. Yep, perfect. Okay. Now we're gonna come on 8.5, score 4. Right, score 8. Flip it. Well, it's not flipping it. It's actually turning it on its side to the 6 point. Because flipping would be like turning it all the way around. You're not doing that. You're just turning it on the side to the 6-inch side and 1. And you're gonna score at 5. All right. Okay, so at this point, to make it easier on everybody, I always did this to show you, pick a side, this side, corner, this side. Well, this looks good for the bottom where I'm going to score it. So I'm going to cut right the little corner off. And let's show you what it looks like right there. So I could have cut this corner, but you just pick a side. It really doesn't matter which one, they're identical. And then we're going to come across and score from 1 inch, which is right here, the score line. And you're going to go down at 2. Just up to the line. Then 4 is already done for you, but I mark it just in case you forget. Like it's good that you have it written down 4, I think so. And then you go to 6. All right, cool. So now I'm going to move the scoreboard out of the way. And let's build the box. All right, so we're going to cut all 4 sections. Got a piece of hair here, right there from there. I want to score, like, I want to bend it. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Talking about just making it flexible wherever you scored. Burnish it. That's the word, burnish. You got a bone folder, use your bone folder. Whatever makes you happy, whatever floats your boat. I don't have it with me, and it feels like it does fine without it. So all the points back and forth. Back and forth. Just a little, because you'll rip the page if you do it too much. All right. Okay, that's pretty quick. Once you start doing one, you got it down pat. And I just here. Now I'm going to do this a little differently. I'm going to do the box, put it all together, and then I'm going to come across and cut the designer paper and glue that on, and then voila, we are done. And if you don't like something, like I said, if it's not pulling exactly even, come along and snip your corners. Normally I would wedge things, but in this case, the type of box it is, I'm not going to do that on this. Wait a second. I can have a drink of coffee. Making another one, Kathleen. And then you got it, and it's like it sticks in your head. But if you don't write it down in a year from now, I'll forget. That's why I said you guys have to tell me how I made a box a long time ago because it's too long. Forget it. Okay. Okay, let's glue the opposite sides. Just one set. You only need to glue like they do in a box. From here. Glue. 2 seconds. Sometimes I have to look it out of camera view. It's the only way I can see it. So. Hmm. Oh, I'm so stupid. What did I forget? Oh, God, I'm stupid right now. Forgot to do the side score lines, but I can still use it as a box. Too late. I can use it as a box, but I forgot to do the score lines. Ah, Lord, I rushed this one too much. Okay. Well, anyways, it's all done for you on the first one. I'm going to do this again because obviously I did it right and I know what I'm doing. It's just now I think I'm super fast and I'm not. I forgot to do the score lines in this one. And I don't want to take it apart because I have glue in it. So I'll use this as a spare box or something. I don't know. Yeah, round box, so big. Yeah, it's just it's a little container. I mean, I could probably come across with a piece, one whole solid piece, and fix it. Yeah, but I'm gonna do another one because I'm determined to get this box done. It's gonna look pretty. But in the meantime, this is a box I created. I think it's hilarious. Anyways, I've been on here for an hour. It's long. I'm tired now. Anyways, wait till you see how cute this box is. Here it is, guys. That's the box I created. You have to cut a heart, so you don't have to. If you don't want to have the see-through heart, this would be a whole straight. But when you're cutting the heart into this box, unfortunately, I can't cut it without doing this part section. But I think it looks kind of cool. So you can come across with not having it cut out and sealing it in to just have all designer paper to a plain box or just design all the sides, which I'm going to show you that because these are 2x2s and it's 1x2. So that's the box that I created. And I thought, isn't this cute? Like, of course, you'll have to do that. This was a die cut. So all you do is make a little teeny envelope and put a little card. But and there's baker's twine on here. And that's what I came up with. Yeah. So I thought this is not that big of a deal. I'll show you. It's pretty easy. It's basically a baker box, only done really tiny. And I can fit one of my chocolates should fit right in there. And I just put a little chocolate on the base of that, stick it there, and you can see the rose or whatever design I want to put. on the bottom, or just puts a bunch of chocolates in it. That'll fit. I don't know, 4 or 5 Hershey's Kisses in here, and then you give that out. So this is what I want to work on. This is what I designed a few days ago, and I thought you might like that. So you want to hang out with me? I'm not doing this today. I'm going to do this tomorrow, and you could actually come across with, instead of the card, if you don't have you don't want to make the card up, then there's little. Get rid of the card. This is only stuck by glue dots, but or I can put a flower right here, right? I made up a little flower here. And you just intertwine this flower, just twist it around, put a little diamond in it, and you can decorate it with a little flower if you want, and get rid of the card, whatever way you want to decorate it. So that is if I come on either tomorrow or the next day, I'll be doing this box because I want to make a bunch of them anyways to give away. Like some's going to be solid, some's going to be, I'll just fiddle with the design of this. And I think you'll find it cute. And it doesn't take much paper. I don't have the numbers. I have it all written in the paper how I'm going to do this, show you how to do it. But anyways, like I said. So I'm going to do this box again, even though if anybody comes back, the beginning of the box was all done right. I showed Kathleen how to do it, and it's all done right. But I'm determined to finish. I'm not leaving the box like that. I'm going to go get another one, and we're going to cut another sheet to finish this final box. So there's my cutter. Gotta go get another one to match. I'm gonna do a darker base. I did the green, but I think I like these two together better. So that I'm gonna do the base of this color. This brownie color. It's like a brownie green. I'm gonna decorate this one because I think I was looking forward to seeing how I could do this. All right, so let's go do this one again. The 8.5 section. I'm double checking. I know these sheets are 8.5 by 11, but right now since I went wrong here, 8.5. So I'm gonna switch it to this side and cut 6 here. It's a shame that this box you couldn't do 2 out of them, but you can. But the other little box, this one, when I did, you can do 2 boxes in one sheet for that. So that's what I'm gonna tell you. For an 8.5 by 11, you can do 2 little boxes, and you'll have some spare stuff to cut flowers with or whatever you want to do. All right, I got the 2 pieces here. So I'll do that. So she said, Passion says, "How you doing, Kathleen?" Kathleen's probably making some boxes, so Lisa just says, "How you doing?" Just in case. I know you're probably listening to me. All right, 4. We're gonna go here at 4. Repeat this again. 6 by 8.5. 4 on the long side, which is 8.5. 4 and 8. I'm gonna go the 6-inch side, and we are going to go 1. Oh. And watch out because this stylus thing can slip off the track easily. Not careful, which it did, but it's going to be fine when I'm done with it. All right, so let's cut a piece in the bottom corner, making this section the bottom. Yes, I'm going to make this section the bottom. If you make a mistake, just put it towards the bottom. kind of hides everything. And they won't even know you made a mistake in the scoring. All right, so we're going to go there. We're going to score this 2, the 1-inch line 2. Come over here, 4 is done, and 6. Perfect. Now I'm going to cut the lines and varnish everything. All right. And now we're not going to forget it this time. Get this out of the way and get my ruler and make sure I do the lines here. So this does not happen again. Not doing it again. No, sir. No, 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 no. Corner to the first cut line. 2, 4. The little, yeah, because one's already, it's 2, 4, 6. Watching you score. Okay. For the diagonal one, it's okay. Let's repeat this. 8.5 is 4 inches and 8. 6 side is 1 and 5. And then you're going to turn it back to the 1.5. Use your ruler and score. Hang on a minute. From the 1-inch line, you're going to do 2, 4, and 6 to cut the bottom part. Now you're going to turn it once it's all cut and folded. We're going to come back to the corner top here to the first cut line. You can see it right here. The corner here, right here. Put your ruler there into the first cut line. This time I'm not going to fold it. I'll fold them after. So I'm going to flip it. And right here, we're going to go to that corner where we just ended. And we're going to go like a zigzag pattern all the way to that, the half inch where it's folded, the whole box is folded in half. All right, so we're going to go there to that corner. Okay, flip it again, and that corner of the edge right on the top where it folds to the cut line again. From the cut line back to the far corner edge. Great. There you go. Now come in and burnish it both ways because you want this box to be flexible to fold. So you're going to fold it from the cut edge, not away to the front, not all the way. Leave the 1 inch, that's the top. You don't want any creases on it. Back and forth, and it'll make the box way flexible if you do that. All right. When you're cutting angles, that's what you should do, actually. You want to make sure it's flexible both ways. When you're doing origami, that's kind of what you got to do, too. Origami's making sure things are folded right and flexed straight, or it won't turn out. All right, there we go. There we go. See, and then you can even practice, fold it together. And put 2 of these in. And there's your box. Okay, so now I can do this one. Tell you what, I'm going to put this piece of paper so you guys get to this point. Can you read all this? I'll show you in a minute. I'm going to leave my score lines right there. I don't know if you can read it all, but if you have issues and you forget where the score lines are, it's going to be right here. I'll leave it here for a couple minutes on the live stream, where to score everything. I'm going to fold this in half. Loosen it up a little bit. All right. See, I could do this. Bet you this would show up better. That's a better idea. Oh, let's get into the bottom here. You know what? This is where I'm going to use something different this time. Just because I want to show you this. I do use this, but it's not. I'm going to use Tarrantine on this one. So you just come across. Well, this is really awkward to show you there. But you just have to come across and put a top piece. I'm going to double it up though. I want to. It's really strong the bottom. Sometimes they're cheap and they show you on a video and they just use one because they're just demoing it. But I'm going to do two. This stuff's expensive. That's why I don't use it all the time. And it's not doesn't give you any slide room. Glue gives you like slide room. So then you just have to lift this up. There you go. Oh, this stuff is really sticky. Wow, you better get it in the right spot or it's not going to work out. It is extremely sticky, this stuff, Tarrantine. Mm. Yeah, and then I take it off camera, this part. I'm trying to get the paper off. There we go. So that's what it looks like. And we're going to flip it around. I'm going to take the tape here. Where's this? See, off camera, it's fine. On camera, it's weird. I'm trying to show you on the camera, but it is good stuff. You have any of this stuff, Lisa? You got tear and tape from Stampin' Up since you were a demonstrator? Were you around when they sold this stuff? You can get another brand offline this way. So see if you don't get it just right, it becomes an issue. That's why I don't love using this stuff. Okay. Sure do, yeah. So there it is. I used some of that. Instant seal. The only thing is, if you put it in the wrong place, you kind of have to rip the cardstock to get it off. That's the only thing. You don't have any movement with it. There it is. There it is. Okay, and I'm going to come back and score the desire paper. Right, like I said, where the fold is to the corner, you're gonna have to flip the second one, or it won't work. Right, so you're gonna flip this corner edge to the other corner edge. All right, that's one side. Now this one, I'm gonna do the opposite way. Okay. Hey, hi. Hi there. Mr. Mountain Man's here. You know what I want to do? I actually want to get the sponge. I want to sponge these edges before I put them on. I think that'll look really cool. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave that section there and that section there. Have Alicia want to say hi. Well, thank you very much for saying hi. Awesome. I want to sponge this. I want to make this look a little different. So that's exactly. I'll be right back. I think really high wind. Oh yeah, you got high winds there. Kathleen, Mountain Man saying hello to you, and he was down near your area. She's crafting, and I know when you're craft, you can't type. She's trying to do a box, and I know she is. And she hears you left that message. This is what. Clean up all my mess after I get off of here. And I made a 10-hour drive trip yesterday. Wow, that's a long trip. That's a long trip. Thank you. Got 2 thumbs up. Thank you very much. Right. Did you buy anything new? What did you buy lately? Have you bought? Because I know you like doing that. You buy all kinds of antiques or something to resell. So you haven't bought anything lately? I had to go pay $3 speeding ticket. Oh, you bad boy. This is a perk that I like. If it's I put it down in the wrong spot with glue, I have time to pull it off. If I use that other tape, oh my god, when it's stuck, it'll rip the whole box. And I need to look at this. A lot of money for a speeding ticket. Wow. One time. Yeah, yeah. That's why I don't speed. Well, that right there tells you something. That's not too clever. Why would you want to speed? That's pretty. Well, anyways, to each his own, I guess. I would never do it, but I'm not into speeding anyway. Yeah, that's not something to brag about. Yeah, I don't, I'm not a speeder. I even when I did speed, I never went that high. God, you know what, Caution, I would get a speeding ticket for I would maybe go 10 over and I got a speeding ticket. So I learned my lesson to it's not worth it. It's not worth paying all that much money just so you can go fast and take your chances of getting caught. Um, I just kind of followed. If you do 5 over, they don't almost say anything anyways. But I was just going. I think I did one time 10 over, and I got a ticket for 10 over, and I went, okay, forget it. I'm not doing this again. And I don't. I stay within maybe 5 miles like you do, and I never ever get a ticket. I have only had one ticket, and yeah, yeah. It's all stupidity. I was doing 65 past the semi to clear the semi. I flooded it, and as soon as I got past him, the state trooper got me. Iron is close. It's hard to come out. Come on, baby. I need another coffee pretty soon. Well, ladies, hope you all have a beautiful day. I'm gonna finish my lunch and get back to work. Well, thanks for popping in. You have a good, safe day too. God bless you there, buddy. Be safe. I'm gonna do a flower on this one. I'm gonna probably I could put something on the front later, but I'm not gonna do it yet because I don't. I was gonna put happy birthday on it. I'll save that for another day. I'm gonna just put these. I have a like a in my craft room. I got a shelf where I put these boxes when I need them. I can just pull them out. So that's what I'm gonna do. And if it's a birthday one, I can just slap on a tag that says happy birthday. Whatever I want to use it for. All right. This one looks like. Yeah, I think I'll show it that way. I'm gonna put um. Yeah, I was gonna put a flower right. You think will that take away the basket with the pop box? I think it will, eh? I wanted to put a flower on it, but maybe I shouldn't. Like right here. So if I put the flower, is that too much? I thought it'd be cute, but maybe I won't. 'Cause, putting a flower on, would that like demasculate the box there, Lisa? Maybe I shouldn't put that on. I was tempted. Trust me, I want like happy birthday or whatever, whatever you're giving to happy birthday, happy Easter, whatever you want to give it as. And then you just, a little trimming I want to do here. Let's trim this. That's what it looks like. Flip it, you get the same kind of thing. Hmm. I don't like the edges. I come across. Yeah, for those are, yeah. I guess I won't. I won't decorate this one right now. I'll leave it blank for whatever it is that I want to use it for. But so that's all the cool boxes I did so far. So we got the original is right here, and we have a couple Valentine's ones. Now that is where I could put a flower on it. Let me put my flower somewhere because I was gonna. There, I'll use it on this one. I think it'll show up really cool on that one. I got this one, and of course this one's kind of masculine too. I think this is kind of masculine, and this is to a guy where he won't care what the box looks like, so it's all soft. He'll never probably save the box. So cool packaging. And this is the one I'm gonna do the flower on. I think I'm gonna. All right, so we can move these out of the way. I got some nice boxes. Really, it doesn't take that long to do these. Once you get the pattern down on any box, then you can kind of like do like I showed you the other box, the 2x2 folded box. That doesn't take that long. Now, I mean, Kathleen did like over 100 boxes now. Once you get the pattern, you can whip through these really easy. But I don't want to cut anything out because it's going to take too long to get my die cut. But I am going to add this little flower here. So then I can put the sign in here and I can put my little flower on it and then design it later on, you know. Let me do this, put the flower together. Just want to over. Let's sit there for a bit. That's not, I want to slide it. Oh, these little flowers sometimes are a little hard for my fat fingers. There, that's better. Let it dry before I fool around with it more, but I'm going to put something in the middle. I don't have white, so it has to be pink. So I'll put this and glue in this in the center. And I wish I had a white one, but I don't have any left. Well, actually, I do in the back probably. Let's see if it looks pink. I'm gonna put this in there. Yeah, yeah, I guess it'll do. All right, perfect timing. Get all this done in 2 hours. That's good enough. And then I gotta clean up my mess. Let that sit for a minute before I finish it. Okay, a sip of coffee. So I'm gonna put it somewhere in the corner here. There, that looks cute. And I just added a pretty little flower. And then I would put probably a saying Happy Valentine's Day or something. You don't even have to put anything, but I probably stamp Happy Valentine's Day, cut it out in kind of a circular or oval shape. And that would be a cute little box for what I was working with. And, wow, or the next day. Depends on if I got time. That's the next box I'm going to be doing. This one right here. And I'll do it a couple different ways. And I think this is really going to be a really easy and cute box to give away. Maybe I should go this way. It looks prettier that way because then you can't really see it like that. Like this. Yeah. So I'm going to sip my coffee before I go off. Hmm. I feel like I accomplished this at least today. And then I got a lot of cleaning to do and figuring out what I'm doing for supper. And I'm going to start doing my advent calendar. Oh, my mom's, I was working offline on that one. And I had to dig through what I did. And actually, it's working okay. Can't wait to finish it off and show you guys after that advent calendar. It's going to be cool. I had all the glue in here, so I'm going to rinse that off. All right. Well, I think I'm going to call it quits. I got all this done, put my mess away. And then, like I said, I'll be working on another box. And if I see another design that's kind of cool, or it's any kind of boxes, I might come back and show you different kind of boxes, just a little bit here and there. Then it helps you out right with the how I did it, and then you got some little boxes you can use anytime you want. It's got to go. I'm going to make a little book up and put all where I score and all that in the book when I'm done. So I hope this was enjoyable. Hope you give it a shot. I think I'm going to say goodbye. I don't know who's here. It says 3 people left. So, Lisa, I know you're probably still here, and MT's probably in the background. Thank you guys for coming, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. I can shine off and clean up my mess. You too. Have a good day.